Before we start, make sure to comment on who you want next. Today's episode is TyranitarTube. Now, fun fact, I used to watch him back in the day, maybe like 5-6 years ago. And honestly, when revisiting his channel, I don't know why I stopped. But that is what I'm going to try and figure out today. Now, originally in this video, I put that he did not do anything scandalous. However, if I went on this camera and told you that, that's false. Completely false. Apparently, I would want to say like 3 years ago, 2017, if I am correct, he was caught stealing content. I think the YouTuber was called Philly Beats You, something like that. If you want a whole rundown the situation, MuniumZ came out, Philly put out a video first, and what he did, well, what he being TyranitarTube, he cropped out Philly Beats' video and used it. Now, due to limited time constraints, I can neither confirm nor deny that TyranitarTube has admitted to this. However, I will give two different scores. One where it's absolutely true that he stole it, and one where if he just never stole it. Don't worry guys, I do this all the time. And TyranitarTube, if you happen to be watching this, because apparently the people who I make videos on actually watch these things, please try and clarify the situation down below. A DM would greatly be appreciated, or hell, even react to it like Wolfie VGC. However, I doubt that any other Poketuber would have the guts to do what he did. Anyways, moving on, we're going to talk about the good stuff in his content. Now, a staple of this guy's channel is the randomized Let's Play. He's been doing it for a while. But before I get to that, I'm sorry that this video is all over the place. I just want to say we need to appreciate how good his webcam quality is and how his layouts stand apart compared to other people doing Let's Plays. Now, with these randomized Let's Plays, the stakes are always high and they are more or less entertaining to watch. Now, the problem with these is there will be skeptical people about it. And if you're wondering why there will be skeptical people, well, I mean, seeing Legendary in every thumbnail appears a little bit suspect. Now, I cannot stress this further. I am not accusing him of anything. So please don't go running saying I'm accusing him stuff, because that is not what is happening. And if someone did try to expose TyranitarTube, they would have a very weak argument, because unlike someone like Poketips, he has never been caught faking this type of content. Alright, so now we are going to get into the bad parts about this randomized Let's Play. It's not even his fault in a sense. Basically, he falls victim to the Let's Play format. Now, I'm going to talk about this in a completely different video, but to give you the basic rundown, TyranitarTube falls victim to a overdone, stale, boring format that has been used for over a decade. Now, we're going to get into his other content. First thing being, he does fan game Let's Plays. Now, you may be thinking, I would be a fan of this, but to be honest, that couldn't be further from the truth. And I know what you guys may be thinking. Didn't you just say you liked his extreme randomizers? Yeah, I did. But the thing is, like his extreme randomizers, they fall victim to the Let's Play format. And once you take out that idea of it being extreme, the stakes being high, and that's what's keeping people watching, once you take that out and make it a regular Let's Play, it just becomes unbearably boring. And for all those people who are saying, oh, his personality carries the video, I'm going to get into that in a second. But first I want to talk about his wheel videos. Now, these wheel videos is, he puts a bunch of Pokemon on a wheel, he spins it, he uses that team in Pokemon Showdown. That is the basic gist. And the reason why I like these so much is because it has not been done very much in the Poketuber community, or at the very least, it hasn't been done to death. And he even raises the stakes by adding a forfeit challenge. So you could imagine creativity, keeping it entertaining, a good flow. Of course I'm gonna like this series. good stuff on TyranitarTube for making such a creative series, or at the very least popularizing it to my knowledge. Now, he also does some Pokemon news stuff, and I'm going to pretty much say that I'm very 50-50 on it. In his past, he has done a lot of leak videos. From the ones I'm looking back which are about 2 years back, it seems like he clickbaits a little bit. However, he doesn't stretch it, which is something that, you know, I'm alright with. Overall, it's not bad, but it's not as bad as other Poketubers. He could have done worse, and once again, looking at him now, it looks like he's kind of reformed, as he just more so does like a news update, and the videos are like 3 to 6 minutes. So it looks like he has cooled down on the leaks, and the leak videos in general just don't associate with his channel identity anymore, which is really nice to see. Now, next I want to talk about his personality. He keeps it semi-real. He's not as bad as those who put on some fake personality, but sometimes I feel like he is purposely pandering to a younger audience, and I just get this vibe through his mannerisms, but that could just be who he is. Maybe he's not doing that on purpose. So we're going to get into the big question of video, which is why I stopped watching his content. So this whole idea of why I stopped plays back to his personality, or how he presents himself. Once again, like I said, he kinda panders to children a bit in his mannerisms, so odds are I could've just grew out of his content. Also, he did have a big stretch on his channel where he wasn't uploading Pokemon, but I'm not gonna hold him against him, nor am I going to critique that, because this is Poketuber reviews. Anyways, the last thing on why I stopped was probably the Let's Play format. That's probably why I stopped watching Let's Players in general, if we're being honest. It's just too much to keep up with. And with the Extreme Randomizer, I felt that sometimes it could be a bit overbearing to move from one to the next. However, I am not holding that against him in any regard, because that is just the nature of the Let's Play. Alright, so overall, he's a pretty good channel, I'm not gonna lie. Over the years, he kept it consistent, mostly. And I feel like, once again with his personality, which was like one of the main issues why I stopped watching him, it is very hit or miss. Also, I don't know if I glossed over this point, but I'm going to now. Apparently, he was dealing with toxicity within his community, according to some videos that I watched. But I'm not going to hold that against him, because that's just not fair. He can't manage his tens of hundreds of subscribers. As long as he is not perpetuating said toxicity, it is all good. To wrap this whole review up, I'm going to go off the assumption that he was stealing, because if you ask me to be the judge of this case, I would say, yeah, I would, say TyranitarTube is guilty of doing this based on the video. However, I never saw his rebuttal, so he could have completely disproved that. So if he was caught stealing content, his score would be a 4.3 out of 10. However, let's say that him stealing content is completely false. I would give him a 7.6 out of 10. That has been the review. If TyranitarTube is watching this, keep up the content, man. You are doing some good, high quality stuff. Besides that, guys, make sure to comment on who you want next. Watch some more videos, subscribe, but above all else, have a good day.